Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carl, and we're here right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me today. Could we be seeing Shane Taylor taking advantage of MLW's free agent open door policy? There was a huge Twitter battle last night between Alex Kane, the MLW openweight champion, the suplex assassin Alex Kane, and Shane Taylor. And let's go through the whole Twitter battle here. It was quite entertaining last night. Alex Kane tweeting out that he'd like to wrestle more black wrestlers in 2022. Basically, I'd like to wrestle more black wrestlers in 2022. That is all. Somebody responds at our Apollos responds Alex Kane versus Shane Taylor. Who says no? So Shane Taylor responded to that. Shane Taylor responded to that by saying he doesn't want to lose that championship that fast, I'm sure. And we got a response from Alex Kane almost immediately from that, saying, I really like the confidence, but the only thing you'll be winning is a first-class flight to Suplex Island, to which Shane Taylor responds, even you don't believe that, with 3 laughing emoji faces, emoji icons, and a gif of Mike Tyson laughing hysterically. And we get a response from Alex Kane on that, who says, fuck around and find out. And of course, we get a response from Shane Taylor, who says, tell your bosses, whose bosses meeting Court Bauer, I can only assume, tell your bosses you're ready to get your ass beat. And we get a response on that from Alex Kane, who says, I'll let them know Shane Taylor wants to become my next stepping stone. And Shane Taylor responds, 10,000 comedians out of work, and you want to be one. I'll laugh my ass off, and a laughing emoji icon. And we get a response from we got a great response from Alex Kane, actually, who responds, 20,000 buffets open and your ass want to come to my table to eat? Nah, you're going to starve. Either walk through the door, meaning the MLW free agent policy, open door policy door, or shut up, ho. So either walk through the door or shut up, ho. And we got a response from Shane Taylor, which ended the Twitter battle, saying, laugh my ass off, almost get your gap ass tooth, Mr. T looking ass the fuck on. You know you ain't ready for me. And that was, I don't think there was a response there from Alex Kane. That was the end of the Twitter battle there, but it was a very entertaining Twitter battle between the two. And could we see Shane Taylor walking through the door? They were kind of planting the seeds there of Shane Taylor walking through the MLW open free agent open door policy. Could we see Alex Kane putting that MLW openweight championship on the line against Shane Taylor? I think we could see it. I think there's a very good possibility that that's what this whole Twitter feud was about. This whole Twitter battle here. They spoke about his bosses, being, like I said, being Court Bauer, who's the CEO of MLW, talking about putting the title on the line, the MLW openweight title. Shane Taylor said he doesn't want to lose that title that fast. So I think we could see it. I think something's in the works. I think something's in the works for Shane Taylor to make an appearance or a number of appearances in MLW and feud with Alex Kane over the MLW Openweight Championship. Because right now, Alex Kane has his hands full with a Calvin Tankman. But I don't know what's happening there. I'm sure we're gonna get a match. I know Calvin Tankman was in jail or was arrested and put in jail, and he said he'll be back soon. Maybe he's taking a bit of a break from MLW, saying that he'll be back soon. I don't know, but let's not get away from Shane Taylor and Alex Kane. They're working. I really believe that they're working on Shane Taylor and Alex Kane at some point, either down the road or one off, or like I said, maybe a number of appearances. Maybe Shane Taylor and Shane Taylor Promotions will all show up at MLW. But it's very exciting. This was very entertaining Twitter battle, and now I'm intrigued. My interest is peaked. I want to see Alex Kane defend the MLW MLW Openweight Championship against Shane Taylor. I think it'll be a tremendous match, and I got my fingers crossed that this is the seeds being planted for that match. I'm sure Court Bauer would love to have it in MLW. The fans would love to see it. I would love to see it, of course, and I think it'll be just fantastic. Just a fantastic match if it in fact does happen. And I have a good feeling, I have a gut feeling that we're going to see Alex Kane defending the MLW Openweight Championship at some point in early 2022 against Shane Taylor. I don't know if he's going to sign a full-time contract with MLW, but like I said, maybe an appearance or 2 or 3 or 4, or maybe he will sign a contract with MLW. I think it would be fantastic in MLW. I think Shane Taylor and Shane Taylor Promotions would be absolutely fantastic in MLW. They no longer have a top faction with Contra disbanding. They needed another top faction, and I think Shane Taylor and Shane Taylor Promotions would fit that bill perfectly. So once again, I really believe that I kind of expect to see an appearance. Or a few appearances, as I said, of Shane Taylor and even Shane Taylor Promotions in MLW. So we'll keep our eyes on that. And again, the winners, the winner of an Alex Kane Shane Taylor match would really just be the fans. I don't want to sound goofy or cliche or anything like that, but the fans would be the it's cliche the right word, whatever. But the fans would definitely be the winner. The winners of a Alex Kane versus Shane Taylor match. Okay, so we got Pro Wrestling Noah taking on the Stars of Pro Wrestling Noah taking on the Stars of New Japan Pro Wrestling, taking place night 3 of Wrestle Kingdom, which is going to be January 8th, 2022. And now this, unfortunately, is not going to be on New Japan Pro Wrestling Worlds, so I'm a little upset at that. I think it's going to eventually be on it, on video on demand, maybe a few weeks, but it's going to be on a pay-per-view. Don't have, it's not going to be Fight TV. I'm not sure of the service. I saw it before. I forgot the name of the service, but look it up. It's going to be available on pay-per-view, but it's going to be a tremendous card. I'm a little, just a little, while it's going to be a tremendous card, it's going to be a tremendous show. Seeing the Stars of Pro Wrestling Noah taking on the Stars of Pro Wrestling, of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm just a little disappointed we're not getting too many one-on-one matches. So I'm going to run down the card. Quickly. So it's going to be New Japan Pro Wrestling's Kazuchika Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Keiji Muto, which is the Great Muta, and Kaito Kiyomiya, which should be a great one. Then we have New Japan Pro Wrestling, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, Hiromu Takahashi, and Bushi. Takagi, of course, the IWGP heavyweight champion. He might not be the champion at the show. He's got defense against Okada, and if he wins, he's got to defend against Will Ospreay. They're taking on Pro Wrestling Noah's the GHC champion, heavyweight champion, Katsuhiko Nakajima. I apologize for the names. Katsuhiko Nakajima, Keno, Manabu Soya, Tatsuke, and Aliha. Sorry if I'm getting the names wrong. New Japan Pro Wrestling Show taking on Atsushi Koji, and there's a bunch of other matches on the card as well. Not going to run down the entire card, but those are the 3 main matches there for New Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah. And again, I apologize for the names. I apologize if I get the names wrong, but it's going to be a great show. But like I said, I'm a little disappointed that we're not going to get a number of one-on-one matches, because I would love to have seen Nakajima defend the GHC heavyweight championship against like Tetsuya Naito. I would have loved to have seen like Shingo Takagi defend the IWGP heavyweight championship against Keno or Kaito Kiyomiya. I think would have been a terrific match. But we're not going to get that. We're getting a lot of tag team matches. There were 2 single matches. The other single match is Kosei Fujita against Yasutaka Yano, which is the only other singles match. Otherwise, it's going to be their tag team matches. 3-man, 6-man tag team matches, 8-man tag team matches, 10-man tag team matches. So we have a lot of tag team matches coming, but it should be a great show. It's exciting that we're going to get to see the stars of New Japan Pro Wrestling taking on the stars of Pro Wrestling Noah. Looking forward to it. But I really wish it was on New Japan Pro Wrestling World, but unfortunately, going to make money off it. So it's going to be on a pay-per-view service. Again, I forgot the name of the pay-per-view service. You can look it up on Google. Just Google it, and if you're interested, I think it was like $29.99, I believe was the price, or maybe even less than that. But it's definitely going to be a show to definitely watch. All right, so we're going to leave it at that for now. Unfortunately, this will be the last podcast, most likely, for the weekend. I'm unable to do a podcast later today, and I won't be available tomorrow to do anything. But I'll be back during the week. I'll try to be back in case anything major breaks. I might try to get back, but I got a number of things going on. So unfortunately, this weekend, the rest of the weekend, I'm most likely just going to have to take off. I do apologize, but I'll be back again during the week. And until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. And stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.